What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about K-Flock. Now, there has been a lot of information that's been coming at us as far as K-Flock in this case that he's got going on, right? So originally, the New York Daily News dropped a story talking about K-Flock being arrested for a murder. Now, it looks like a lot of the video evidence has leaked online. And from what you can see and what I talked about in the last video, you could see somebody who's the alleged suspect in this situation walking past the barbershop where you have Oscar, who's the alleged victim in this situation, approaching who some believe is the shooter and getting shot. And then you see his homeboys kind of backing away or whatnot. Well, there's even more video evidence that has come out, or I should say video that's leaked. We don't know if this is going to be official evidence, but it's all over the place. Now, there's also a clip that I wish I could show, and it's of another angle, and it's supposedly of K-Flock, but man, it is not YouTube friendly. I wish it was, but it shows a whole different shooting, a whole different situation that people are saying is K-Flock as well. Now, before we go over these clips and look at these new angles, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this alleged K-Flock shooting video, man. Now, this thing is all over social media, but there's been slow leaks of different angles, and I want to go over these new angles. Now, if you look at this video right here, this is the original video that we saw. Now, there's a point there where it looks like K-Flock a gun, or excuse me, the suspect in this shooting, I'm not sure if that's K-Flock or not, allegedly cocks a gun, and as he's cocking that gun, he's walking by with a young lady, it looks like. And then you have some people leaving the barbershop who are pursuing him, looking and seeing what's going on. And then all of a sudden, you see that everybody in the barbershop, kind of their tempo changes. Like everybody changes over. You have people rushing out or whatnot, seeing what happened, seeing if somebody got shot or not. And they're saying that's at the point where the victim or the alleged victim in this situation, Oscar Hernandez, got shot. Now, people were out and about trying to see what was going on. But in this new video, you can see a different angle of a different security camera where you see kind of the end of the suspect in this situation walking by and talking back. And it looks like then somebody exits the barbershop, right? And now that's allegedly Oscar Hernandez, right? The alleged victim. Then you have somebody else who follows them, right? And you see that they're talking or whatnot, trying to collect their thoughts or whatever they're saying about the situation. And then all of a sudden you see the change in the mood right there. And a guy ran up. So this is the suspect who allegedly says something with his hands to the person. And then as he's walking by, you see somebody in pursuit. Now, a lot of people are saying this should clear K-Flock because if he's being pursued, it's self-defense. So you have a dude who goes back and it looks like he's been shot, man. It looks like he's been shot in the chest. We don't know if that's him being shot, but that's what it looks like from that video when he fell on the ground there. Now, if we go back, let's go back and look at it and piece this all together, the whole thing together, because it's multiple angles and it's just easier to do it that way. Okay, so here in the original video that was leaked, you can see somebody in a gun, right? That's where they're saying the suspect the gun as he walked by and was talking mess back, right? Like he was just said something to the people in the barbershop. Now, I'm not sure if this is his ops. It's been a lot of rumors that this is K-Flock's direct ops. Now, there's also another rapper who happens to be his cousin. He's been widely publicized to be beefing with, but man, these guys are said to be his ops or a rival gang of K-Flocks, right? Now, as you see in this original video, you got the two guys come out and they're kind of ducking as they come out. And you see they have on similar clothes, not saying it has anything to do with gang affiliations or like that. But even in the New York Daily story, it said that Oscar Hernandez had gang ties or whatnot. Now, this is the other clip that's connected to it, right? You see him go back and say something. Now, this is allegedly after he got the gun. And you see the victim right there, or the alleged victim walking out. Now, at this point, does this mean that the alleged victim is pursuing? Does this make him does this mean that whoever shot him could have potentially been defending their life, self-defense? Now, another thing about New York is the whole gun situation. But let's look at this, right? So it shows he's talking, and he's walking with the girl, right? They were holding hands. And it looks like the other guy continues to pursue and walks up, zipping up his jacket. And then he falls back right there, man. Horrible situation. You got his homeboy who ran up there, and that's the guy we seen earlier who was kind of running out. So you see how everything goes pieced together. These are all the angles of the whole situation, right? And shows what went down. But obviously, if the person who lost their life in that video or who was shot in that video clip, they were pursuing at some point. So does that give the person who shot them any type of way to use self-defense? Now, I don't know that. I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to be, but it seems like they would have some sort of case. But like I said, most people have already said that in New York, he shouldn't have a gun anyway. Like, that's the rules. Like, he shouldn't be possessing a gun anyway. So there wouldn't even be a self-defense because he shouldn't even have a weapon on him. And he didn't know where it was going to go, if the person had a gun or not. So it just doesn't work like that way in New York City. So it looks like K-Flock, regardless, man, if he's the person who they say is the suspect, would be doing some time for at least the gun. But what do you guys think when you see these new angles? I'm going to just leave this. Do you think this is enough evidence to say that, hey, man, K-Flock really wasn't doing anything wrong here, if that is K-Flock, K-Flock allegedly? Or is this just further proof that a shooting went down, somebody lost their life, the guy Oscar Hernandez, and, this is probably all the video evidence that they need. Now, there's other clips floating around there of barbershop shootings and stuff like that they're saying is K-Flock. I don't know if you guys seen the one with the guy sitting in the barbershop and actually gets shot, but this is something totally different than what we see here. This is on the street. This took place outside of the establishment. And the way that the report was originally written, you would think that it took place inside the establishment. So it makes me wonder, are people confusing two separate cases, or maybe a future case with a case that he already has going on? Because K-Flock was already arrested. He's in jail. He's waiting to be, he's waiting for his day in court. Like, he's been to court, but he's waiting to see if he's going to be able to get bail or whatnot. And I'm not sure if he will or not. We can't even say if he will or not. But man, with all this video evidence going out there, it just looks like it's going to be a tougher case for him, man. He's probably going to have to plead out to something, if not the gun, right? Now, with that, what do you guys think? Do you think this is enough information to say whoever got shot, they were actually pursuing the other individual, so the other individual had every right to defend themselves? Or is this just another video of proof that whoever shot and took this young man's life was guilty in doing so, and they had no justification to do it? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell, so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.